G'day guys, how you going there? Hopefully we can help you solve a solution. Seeing as you've come here for router problems, I've been having a few router problems lately. I noticed that my signal wasn't crash hot, so I've done a few tests. I've done a few experimenting, disconnecting the hardware and different parts of the hardware, disconnecting the router, going straight, checking everything to see if there's any other bits of hardware, and it come back to the router. So after I'd done that, I decided to do a little bit of research, a little bit of homework, and we're going to show you that examples now. Okay, so first of all, after I'd done my hardware testing and thinking about it over a few days, I decided to do a little bit of Google research. And first of all, we done a bit of researching on these websites. You may know them, Tom Hardware, and they have a forms section for networking. And I've done quite a bit of research, different forms, and people have had different routers, including the Belkin. Here I'm using sorry, you can't see it. If I can show you, you can see it's the Belkin N750DB router. That's the one I'm using, but you may have a later model or a similar model within the last 5 or so years, and this could relate to you also. So after done quite a few research, different people having problems with their Belkin router, I discovered this Intellistream was the issue, guys. And you can quite easily type in Intellistream in Google, and you'll see that there's a number of listings of different problems, and people are saying in the top 3 research on Google that they are having the problem. So it's definitely a problem, and they recommend disabling it. So that's what I recommend, is disabling it, because once I disabled the Intellistream, which is the QoS feature, if you're not all technical, that's fine. That doesn't matter. But basically, it was chopping down the speed of the router. Basically, that's what it was doing, guys. And so I totally recommend you to disable the Intellistream. You can do a manual setting, and it's supposed to work. Ultimately, as your internet service provider allows, if you do a manual one. But I decided against doing a manual input and totally disabled that, because basically when you get the router, it comes as default set on, and it sets the speed to a weird speed, and basically it doesn't work properly anyway, from a lot of people who have had the similar problem. So I definitely recommend disabling it, and all you would do is come into your router settings, which will be 192.168.2.1. And then once you sign on to your router, you'll come down to media features, guys. Media features. Once you click on media features, you'll see Intellistream, and it might even have new. It depends on your software. If you've got a later model of Belkin, it may be a little bit different setup. This may also work with your router, even if it's not a Belkin router. If it has the QoS feature in there, totally recommend disabling it and see how that goes for you. So once you disable it, I've already disabled it. It says your Intellistream is currently disabled. If it's not currently disabled, disable that, then save it, then go ahead and do a speed test, guys. Do a speed test on speedtests.net, and you'll go ahead, click your speed tests, and it'll connect to the closest server to you. I'm getting a ping rate of 16 milliseconds, and the download speed is testing there, guys, for us right now, and you'll do exactly the same. And there the speed test comes in at a download speed of 32, which is approximately what my internet service provider is offering me, and I am being charged for. Before I had it disabled, I was only getting approximately around 20. So I was losing about 12 to 14 megabytes download, and about on the upload I was losing about 4 megabytes, something like that, guys. So I totally recommend, if you're having a slow internet and you think it's something to do with your router, totally recommend doing this check. So thanks, guys. Thanks for listening in. We look forward to your comments and feedback in the comment feed, and we look forward to hearing from you and your experiences in this issue. Thanks, Guy. Brian signing off for now.